Why you say ultimate? You guys are dick
Okay,
riding
hold on. I'm gonna
hard.
start the timer.
Bro,
Now.
Okay.
What's for you more vacant?
Yes. Just get Lungman in here. That's all I said. I don't know why people are
chill.
kicking people. Bro.
Agatha, go when you're ready. I'll start the timer for 1 minute. When you're
apart from the subject, can I just say one thing, please? Apart from the subject, can I just say one thing? I would really appreciate it. Yes, we might disagree on positions, but I'd really appreciate it if he didn't, blaspheme Eastern Orthodoxy by calling them saints demons, because I haven't done that.
You're a filthy bastard.
He's not Orthodox. Just let him go. 1 minute, and then Mumkey, you get the next minute.
I have no respect for your false religion. You guys are false. You guys are false Christians. You are most certainly demoniacs. You're inspired by Satan. Your religion is nothing more than superstitious garbage from hell.
That's wild.
So if you want to be charitable, I'm going to most certainly condemn your. Anytime you call that demon a saint, I'm going to tell you most certainly he's been condemned eternally to the fires of hell.
Yeah,
Mario,
Hey.
yeah.
Well, I'm so convinced of Roman Catholicism after that. Because that's definitely how the Holy Fathers dealt with heresy. They just said, "Oh, Arian, you're Arius, you're a demon," and didn't say anything else.
I'm trying to project because you're actually nothing more than a hypocrite. I've seen all the clips of you discussing and debating. You're nothing more than a total liar and a filthy bastard who insults the saints. So I don't know why you're acting innocent. Don't ever act innocent in my presence, heretic. I know you better.
Okay,
than
fine.
You blaspheme St. Thomas, you filthy reprobate. So don't you dare.
I'll
don't you dare try to level of criticism when I'm condemning your filthy demon Palamas. I know.
All right, fine.
I know St. Thomas has never left your lips without you blaspheming him. So don't act innocent.
I'm not trying to act innocent.
You are acting innocent. You're acting like a filthy, disgusting, prideful demon. You're nothing different than a saint.
All right.
Try to act like you don't.
All right. Hold on. I ain't gonna care. You're not doing your job. I'm just
no, because they're not discussing anything.
Go ass up, dude. Cho, stop talking. I'm gonna do it my damn self, bro. Okay.
I mean, Peter, that's what you get by
Soma, be quiet. Stop talking to me.
Anyways.
Oh,
all right. Go ahead. Make your argument against Eastern Orthodoxy.
Just you guys can talk and be normal, bro. It's really not that deep. Agatha, I've seen you do it 20 times.
It has nothing to do with normal. If somebody's going to be a diabolical hypocrite and try to claim uncharity to appeal to righteousness when you're most certainly unrighteous and most certainly definitely never going to be justified in your heretical state, and after you blaspheme St. Thomas and the saints of the Catholic Church, I don't know how you're going to just be like, well, you see, I'm just being charitable. No, you're not. Well,
this is besides the point. This is besides the point, bro. This is besides the point. Okay.
I'm sure they really try to convince me.
Just pick up on where you guys were at, bro. This is literally pointless, bro. Just pick up from where you guys at. Just be respectful. That's it. It's not that deep.
No, I'll extend the same charity to him, but I'll let him go first. Go ahead.
You don't have charity. Charity's only for.
Go ahead, make your argument. You haven't made an argument yet. All you've done is just blaspheme, but you haven't made an actual argument yet.
Who have I blasphemed? I never insulted any God or any saint.
Besides the point, Agatha, just continue, bro.
Yes. Just make the argument, bro.
Make the argument.
Well, the argument was simple. I asked you, and I'll repeat the question again. Do you believe there's greater or less in God in regards to his divine substance?
In regards to his divine essence, no. Within his divine essence, there exists nothing greater or less.
Okay. So, according to Saint Athanasius, is there anything that exists except for the divine essence?
I know what you're going to quote from Saint Athanasius. It's not a yes or no. You're asking a loaded question. That's a loaded question. It is a loaded question. Can we do 1 minute? 1 minute. He's not letting me answer. All right.
Well, it was technically I'm supposed to be getting 1 minute.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to.
I'm gonna start 1 minute, and then after this is gonna switch.
Response, and then I continue my point.
Hold on,
all right.
Starting 1 minute.
How about this? Let him make his point. Let him make his point. All right, and then I'll respond to it because he clearly.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna give you 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, I already see that I'm not going to have a conversation with this individual if every pretty much every answer is just going to be loaded, loaded,
you say your
loaded,
piece?
loaded, loaded. The only thing that should be loaded is the bullet that should have went in Palamas's head. Anyways, no, it's not a loaded question. It's just you know for a fact you won't be able to address the point.
Ticking, bro.
Do you agree, basically, clear cut, that Saint Athanasius taught there's only the divine essence?
Seconds. I have a timer.
All right, go ahead.
I don't think I can go ahead. I already illustrated the timer's worthless because even with the time, you still interrupt.
Yeah, y'all talking about nothing, bro. Are you done?
I'm gonna repeat what I said before. This is why I said there's no point in discussing with this heretic monkey. We interrupted anyways.
All right, okay. Let's just go to Mumkey because this is we're just talking about.
I'm already done with the discussion. I just got interrupted for the first minute. It just began. This whole time system just began. I already got interrupted.
That's a dog. You weren't even talking during the 1 minute. You just kept saying ad hominems for like half of the 1 minute.
All right, can I get a chance to respond now? I'm asking so no one complains about interruption.
Yeah, it's a minute.
It's not complaining about interruption. It's called your claim to be charitable, and you already illustrated you're not.
All right, thank you. Anyways, can I respond now?
I could care less. I'm just going to turn you down and ignore you because you can't have a conversation.
All right, well, how about this? Whoever muted him, can you mute him? So I
muted him. Just
all right, great. All right, great. So the quote, sorry, so I've already dealt with this argument at great length. What he's going to quote is St. Athanasius's discourse against the Arians, where he says that nothing exists apart from the divine essence. And when we speak of the Father, or when God says that I am, this refers to nothing other than the divine essence. Now, the thing is that he's trying to purport this to mean divine simplicity or absolute divine simplicity when it simply does not, because in the context of his discourse against the Arians, he's not dealing with people who believe in the essence energies distinction. He's dealing with people who deny the doctrine of consubstantiality, in which he actually is articulating upon the doctrine of inhypostatization, in which he's saying that, yes, when we speak of Father, it refers to nothing other than the divine essence, not in strict identification, which is a scholastic terminology, but rather, as St. Cyril quotes in his discourse on the unity of Christ, quoting St. Athanasius in terms of inhypostatization, he's actually saying that, yes, the Father is the divine essence, in as much as the divine essence fully subsists in him, it fully indwells in him, and he fully instantiates it. So it's not a predication of total identification as he's trying to purport it to be. So I've already dealt with this argument to great. All right, great.
Oh, let me unmute him. My bad. All right, Agatha, you got anything to say?
Considering the fact that, as I said, I kept my word, I turned him down. So I'll just address the total lie, anyways. So he tried to claim specifically, in every regard, that no, that St. Athanasius' statement doesn't mean what it actually states. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. And again, I want to address the point first. What he mentioned about St. John of Damascus. He already knows this quotation from Book 1, Chapter 8 of St. John of Damascus on the Orthodox faith. St. John of Damascus specifically declares, he says, therefore, we believe in one God, one principle, one without beginning, uncreated, unbegotten, indestructible, immortal, eternal, unlimited, uncircumscribed, unbounded, infinite in power, simple, uncompounded, incorporeal, unchanging, unaffected, unchangeable, inalterate, invisible, source of goodness and justice, light intellectual and inaccessible, power which no measure can give any idea of, but which is measured by his own will. For he can do all things whatsoever he pleases.
The minute's done. The minute's done.
What minute? I didn't even start.
The minute I put.
I'm just reading a quote.
Stop.
This 1 minute stuff, bro. Put like 3 minutes or 2 minutes.
Well, it doesn't even have to be 2 minutes. Okay, since I guess my
how about
quote unquote minutes over or whatever, even though I literally spoke for
3 minutes,
less than 10 seconds, but
give him 3 minutes so he can also respond to what I had said about St. Athanasius, because saying that, oh, it's just clear cut what St. Athanasius
I guess
I'll
just ask my question then.
How about you guys
wait. Can Agatha even hear Monkey, bro?
Don't interrupt each other.
That's gonna happen. I know for a fact he's gonna interrupt.
Agatha even hear Monkey? Ask him.
Yo, Agatha, can you hear Monkey?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Turn him up, bro.
He needs to stop doing this.
Having
Really
this
don't.
discussion then.
Agatha needs to stop doing this, bro. He's bugging.
Honestly, I feel
He's
bad
being
for.
a
I don't know
child.
if it's instead of a contest.
I've literally lost so much patience.
Honestly, I feel very bad for the Roman Catholics. If this is the best you've got?
If he wants to have a conversation,
You have to feel bad first.
then he can have a conversation.
No, because Agatha's being a child.
How about this? Why don't we set up a formal debate?
Oh no.
No, watch Agatha duck. He'll be like, no, I don't want to have a formal debate with you because you're not charitable. That could be his response.
I've never seen a terrible debate in Los Homies before, or at least in a while.
This was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah, I should get Lungman. Get your best Vatican II Catholic.
Yeah, Monkey, just debate Lungman or something, bro.
What does this demoniac blasphemer of St. Thomas have to say now?
Say Saint. Wait.
Agatha, you blaspheme St. Thomas Aquinas every day. Shut us up.
Nothing.
I have a question. Is Agatha a set of a contest?
Yeah.
Yes. Inside of a Kansas.
He's a true Catholic.
I am a true Catholic.
He's not even a Vatican II Roman Catholic.
He's just a child.
No cap, Monkey. Like, if you want to debate a Catholic, just debate Lungman, bro.
I guess my thing is this. So Agatha is so convinced of the papacy that even when he believes the papacy doesn't exist, it exists. I see.
That's a mortal sin. Complete
That's
mortal sin.
not the Sunday position, you liar.
False witness.
Yeah, that's not the Sunday position. Yeah.
We don't say that the papacy ceased whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just been vacant for half a century.
And where's the Catholic Church says that a seat can't be vacant?
I don't care what your post-schismatic heretics say.
You say post-schismatic, yet I can quote you popes and theologians before Vatican II.
was vacant during St. Cyprian of Carthage.
I'm not.
You're an ignoramus, is what you are.
Thank God I'm not a Roman Catholic, so I don't believe in your 20th century theologians.
You don't have to believe in them, but you're lying by saying that I'm contradicting Catholic teaching.
Yeah, you do contradict Catholic.
I mean, it was never
that would
vacant.
be the implication of that would be I'm schismatic to a so-called pope or a higher bishop. Well, no, he wouldn't be a bishop of the Catholic Church. He wouldn't be the Roman pontiff whatsoever. Have you ever read Pope Paul IV's bull, Cum Ex Apostolatus?
No, I don't want to blow my brains out, so no, I have not.
Yeah, you've read Palamas's work, and yeah, sure. That demon who claims that you become God. Awesome.
In which he quotes, and it's funny you say that's a demonic teaching.
He's going to say, quote,
when he quotes in Begium 7 of St. Maximus, who says that we become, one second, who said, St. Maximus says in Begium 7 that we become everything that God is apart from identity of essence when we participate in his energies. He says that explicitly in At the Last Hymn, question 63, section 9.
He doesn't say anything.
Yeah, he literally does. He says that when we participate in the divine energies of God, we become everything that he is apart from identity of essence.
You're quoting what Palamas said.
No, that's what I'm quoting what St. Maximus says in At the Last Hymn 63.
Tell me in any actual work of Maximus where he says that we become God through uncreated, distinct divine energies.
Yeah, I just quoted you.
Show me, quote it in text.
I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone right now. I'll get it when I go on my computer.
I have my quotations on my phone.
Yeah, I don't. I have all my quotations on my computer. My phone's my phone. I don't have anything on here. But that's what I get for rejecting the one true set of a Coptic church, right?
Such thing as a state of a Coptic church, but of course, because you're an ignoramus. But it's funny because you're an old calendarist schismatic.
Yeah, I'm an old calendar. So what?
And you're a schismatic.
Well, you believe whether I'm old calendars or not, I'm a schismatic anyway, so what does it matter to you?
I believe that you're a son of Satan more than just a schismatic, but yes.
But don't you believe that all schismatics are son of Satans?
Correct, and you're especially one of them since you're a blasphemer of Jesus Christ and the saints.
Okay. I honestly, what you say has no substance, so I'm just unbothered by what you say.
You can't address your argument. I asked you about Saint Athanasius, and your pathetic
I
response.
I knew exactly before you even gave me the quote. I knew the exact passage you were referring to, and I contextualized. And you had no response to it. Everyone in the VC, even Roman Catholics, they don't have to agree with me, but they said that you were being uncharitable and did not address it.
Contextualize every statement you bring. For instance, Saint Basil's letter. I know for a fact you.
But I didn't bring it up at all in this discussion. But go ahead.
You know exactly what Saint Basil taught in the letter.
And what letter?
Letter 234.
Letter 234. Yeah, I know what he taught.
Yeah. Okay. What did he teach?
He taught the essence energies distinction.
No, he didn't. Have you read?
Yes.
Have you used the letter?
I've read the entire letter. Yes.
He said the operations by which we can know God is one instant is the sea and the winds being subject to Jesus Christ. Those are uncreated energies?
Yes.
Really? The sea being subject to Jesus is an uncreated energy. Dude,
wait, say that again.
Created energy. The wind.
You're cutting out. Can you say that one more time?
You said that the sea, the power of the sea and the wind, meaning the actual effects that Jesus Christ had on them, are uncreated energies.
Well, it's a divine action. The effects aren't uncreated.
What's the divine? Oh no, it's not divine action.
One second. Let me explain what Saint Basil is saying. The action. One second. Let me answer you, dude. You're just interrupting. Right? Let me answer you. I'm answering the question, bro, but you keep interrupting me. The action, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. The action to control the weather is a divine action. Now, the weather in of itself being an effect of that divine action is not uncreated.
Is Jesus Christ walking on water in his human flesh, which is created divine action?
It's actually a divine action done in humanity. So yes.
The divine action done in humanity. So you could attribute divine properties to human flesh.
Because yeah, of course you can. According to Job 9, 1 second. According to Job, according to Job 9, Job 9:8. All right, can we just do the 1 minute again? He keeps asking me questions but doesn't let me answer. All right, can we just do the 1 minute again because he doesn't understand. He doesn't. All right, let me get 1 minute until. Let me get 1 minute. Let me get 1 minute in to answer this. All right.
Who's moderating this?
All right, great. So anyways, according to Job 9:8, it is God alone who walks on the sea or who treads upon the sea. Now, walking on water is a divine action, but it's done in humanity. So that's why Saint Dionysius, in regards to the situation, says that this can be said to be one theandric energy. Yet, so yes, in Christ there are two distinct energies, one divine, one human, but his divine energy can be manifested or exercised through his humanity, by which Saint Dionysius in the 1st century says in his 4th letter to Gaius the monk that this can be considered a one theandric energy, which was dogmatized in the 6th Ecumenical Council against the monothelites.
Where's the argument? You're talking about that in the incarnation, there's one. In a sense, there's one unified will by which Christ, through his divine power, actualizes things in creation through what he subjects in the flesh. But I'm asking you, walking on water, human feet touching water, is that an uncreated energy?
It's a miracle done through created matter, yes.
That's not what I asked you. Is it an uncreated energy?
Yes, walking on water is an uncreated energy.
Created feet touching created water is not a created effect.
No, that's the matter aspect of it. But the energy in of itself, which is walking on water, which even you admit's miraculous, the miracle is uncreated.
Miraculous things are done in creation and thus are created.
No, just because it's done in creation doesn't mean it's created. There's many uncreated energies that flow within the uncreated order. Within the created order. God's love is manifested throughout creation. It doesn't mean God's love is created.
It's manifest. So do you believe that God has a subsistent love in the same sense as Christ's foot was subsistent and the water subsistent, as in it's a physical thing?
No, because the water because
then
the
what's
water. I'm answering. I said no because the 1 second. I just answered your question. I said no. Walking on water is not the same as love because love's a natural energy, something that pertains to God for all of eternity. Whereas walking on water, yes, is uncreated, but it's of the created order.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you, are they the same in regards to physicality? Since you'd agree, love is not physical, whereas water or
Neither physical.
water is physical act.
But neither are physical. So no.
It is. What feet touching water is not physical.
Yes, but the miracle in of itself, the miracle being exercised through physicality, it's not reducible to that. That's what you're misunderstanding. It's being exercised through physical matter, but it doesn't mean that. One second, it doesn't mean that the
water
action
or the ability to do so.
Sorry?
Is the actual miracle the act of walking on water or the ability to do so?
Both. Because the ability is the potentia and it's exercised in that situation.
I'm asking you the actual act itself, namely feet that's potentiality. It can't be potentiality if it's currently actuality.
No, that's the human aspect of it, but the divine action. 1 second, the divine action is manifested.
It's an actual event. It's not potential.
Before it was potential, but then it was exercised.
That's not what I didn't ask. Before he walked on water, could he walk on water? That was not the question.
And walking on water, according to Job 9:8,
I asked you,
that's only proper to God.
According to what is mentioned, when Christ walked on water, when the feet of Jesus Christ touched the water, is that an actualized action or is it potential when he actually did it?
It was actualized at that moment. I already answered you.
It cannot be simultaneously potential.
I never said it was simultaneously potential.
You just said
I said it's simultaneously an energy of the created order. Maybe if you stopped interrupting me, you'd actually understand what I'm saying.
It was potential and actual.
Yeah, potential in the sense of it being of the created order, not potential in the sense of it not being actualized.
Potential does not refer only to the created order, according to you. You believe it can refer to the uncreated order.
No, I don't believe that potentiality can be applied to the natural energies, if that's what you're referring to. Because you think that all uncreated energies have to be.
Let me ask you, God's
where I disagree.
For creation, potential or eternally actualized? You don't have an answer for that?
My phone disconnected. Can you say that again?
Hello? I believe that God's love directed towards creation is a potential energy.
No, it's
eternally actualized.
It's a natural energy.
It's natural.
It has potential. 1 second. It has energies of created order that dwell within it, but love in of itself is always a natural energy, even if applied to creatures.
You're claiming there's temporality within an eternality.
Temporality in what sense? In the sense that they can be exercised and perfected in creation.
Said in the singular energy of love, there are temporal aspects.
Well, what are you defining as temporal aspects?
As a beginning, that's what the term temporal means.
Yes, there are energies within the natural energy of love that do have a beginning. Yes.
Love is one energy itself. So you're saying there's energies within an energy.
Yeah, but there's well, 1 second. And this is what I had said earlier. This is why you need to slow down and hear what I'm saying. Because you didn't hear me, dude. I'm trying to explain something to you, okay? The energies indwell one another. Now, I gave an example of let me finish, dude. Come on. Come on.
Is there one energy?
I'm answering your question. If you're how about this? If you're not gonna let me answer your question, then don't ask me questions.
You're not answering the question I asked you.
I'm not giving you the answer you like. You just want me to be black and white. Yes. 1 second. You want me to be black and white, yes or no, so you can give your definition of the word and be like, oh, he said yes to this. I'm not following into that.
If that's what you mean, then yes. Direct answer.
Say that one more time.
I said, yes, I want you to give me a direct answer.
I'm giving you a direct answer.
It was not direct whatsoever.
I'm giving you a direct answer. I'm trying to explain it because you keep misunderstanding what I'm saying. And the reason you're misunderstanding what I'm saying is because in the midst of me explaining it, you're just interrupting me because you don't actually want to learn anything.
I didn't misunderstand anything.
Yes, you did.
That's why I quoted what you said.
Okay. How about this? Since you don't, how about this? Since you're an expert on this, no. on this, and I'm just
There's no
misunderstanding you.
claim that I'm
Can you
misunderstanding
explain to me?
exactly what you
How about
said
this?
back to you.
I'm giving you 10 minutes right now. 10 minutes right now.
Go-
Explain to me.
Go back to what I said.
Explain to me the distinction between an energy of created order and a natural energy. Go ahead.
No such thing.
According to my view, because you're arguing against my view. All right.
Look, I don't care a single bit about your theology.
Well, you care enough to attack and slander it.
No, it's not a slander. It's true.
Well, if it's true, then you should be able to at least tell me what I believe.
I know what you believe.
Okay,
and that's
then
why
I'm asking.
I'm
challenging you on that.
yourself.
What's the distinction? What's the distinction between an energy of created order and a natural energy? If you can't answer me on that, then you don't know my theology.
I know your theology. I simply let you humiliate your own theology. I let you do it for yourself. Just like I do.
How about this? Why don't you? How about this? Why don't you?
Just like I do.
How about this? How about this? Why don't you?
Just like I do to Mohammedans and infidels, I let them do it because I want you to illustrate your ignorance of basic Christian theology.
Well, first of all, you're not letting me illustrate anything, whether you agree or disagree with it. That's number one. Number two,
I've let you illustrate
again, you're proving my point exactly.
I illustrate your ignorance. You said that love. I'm
asking you, what's the distinction in my theology? Whether you agree with it or not is not the question. In my theology, which you are discussing, what's the distinction between an energy of created order and a natural energy?
Heretic, you just said there's a temporality within a natural energy. Then it's not natural.
It is natural. And you would understand it, and you would understand this from my point of view if you actually knew my theology. So I'm going to redirect you to the question. What's
you agree with that?
In my theology, agree with
that?
Whether you agree with my theology or not, what's the distinction between an energy of created order and a natural energy? Just answer the question.
I'm a Catholic. There is no such distinction.
I'm saying in my theology, whether what I believe is false or not, I want you to, because
he's asking you to steal, man.
He's asking me to explain his position for
I'm asking
him.
you to steel man my position.
Yeah,
I already know my position.
I let you expose your own position. I'm making you do it.
I want you to steel man my position. Go ahead.
Your heretical, blasphemous, diabolical, inspired by Satan, is that there's temporality in God.
That's not the distinction between an energy of created order and a natural energy. Steel man my position.
So I didn't finish, and you already talked about it. If you want me to answer a question, then don't interrupt. Okay, so you're just a hypocrite then.
You're not answering my question. What's the distinction between a natural energy and an energy of created order?
And I barely began. You just didn't like my answer. You see, I can just play the same games as you.
Take 10 minutes. Go ahead.
You see what I just said? I can just play the same games as you.
Go ahead. 10 minutes. What's the distinction between a natural energy and an energy of created order? You have 10 minutes. You could search it up if you.
There is no distinction in God. It's blasphemy.
I'm saying in my position.
I already told you, I could care less about your personal understanding of PALAMISM.
It's not my own personal understanding, but okay. You care enough to discuss it, and I'm asking in the midst of this discussion, can you steel man my position?
You just said that in the natural energy of love, there's temporality. Did you not?
And you would understand what I mean by this if you knew the distinction between a natural energy and an energy of created order.
Did you not say that?
I said that, and I was expounding upon what I meant by that. One second, and I was expounding upon what I meant by that, and you simply have not answered me on my.
Your explanation is that, in the regards to the temporal aspect of the natural energy of love is something inherent to God versus the energy predicated to the created order.
And what energy was I speaking of? What example did I give from Deuteronomy chapter 6?
Of love. That's the energy.
No, I didn't. No. I was speaking of as a natural energy. But what energy of created order did I mention?
Energy of love.
Go ahead. Explain to me the distinction between a natural energy and an energy of created order.
I just told you.
No, you didn't.
And you said, well, what was the example I gave? I could care less about the example you gave because it's irrelevant.
No, I'm asking for the definition, not an example. I'm asking for the definition because in order because in order to categorize something in an example, you have to know the definitions first. Otherwise, you can't get an example.
I did define it.
All right, what's the All right, do it. No one heard you. What's the definition of an energy of?
No one. Don't speak.
What did you say? You didn't say anything, dude.
Well, maybe
what's the distinction between in my position?
Hold on. You claimed you were listening. Do you claim you're listening?
I'm listening. Yes.
No. When I gave my response, were you listening?
Yes, and your response had nothing to do with the
what
question.
did I say verbatim, or even relatively verbatim? What did I say? Since you said
you were saying that I was arguing that temporalities exist within the energy of love, but I believe the energy of love is inherent to God. That's verbatim. That's verbatim what you just said.
Not my response to your question. So don't repeat an argument I kept trying to go back to because you kept running away from it. You said, you asked me what the distinction is, and I gave my response, and you weren't listening.
Doma, are you gonna moderate?
Yeah, I got it.
There should be some charity, just like Michael Lofton says.
Who is server muting me, bro?
It's Peter, bro. Peter keeps
What is
manifesting.
wrong with you?
Peter
You
keeps
say
taking up
moderate, and I'm trying to moderate. You server mute me.
Well, it's actually Yoto, the Zimbabwean. He hates Nigerians.
Hey, Amun,
in the middle of the explanation, somebody
Hey,
started talking. I
Amun.
didn't know he was
No,
trying
that's fine. That's fine.
I thought you just
That's fine.
started talking.
That's fine, but they do need a little bit of moderation. Amun, do you mind giving me my rules back? Because Peter keeps being
I try to
Come on,
moderate this
don't be
nigga
like
server mute me. That makes no sense.
Because someone was in the middle of the explanation.
No, they were in the middle
what you were saying,
of going back and forth.
You're like,
Yeah,
I'm back, and you start saying,
but I just want to speak to all the cowards here as well. That would be AJ, Ty, Soma, and Yard. I know for a fact you polytheists wouldn't be able to address anything. I've already humiliated all of you and sent you and your heretical so-called saints to the fires of hell.
Self-projection?
No, not projection. Embarrass you 50 million times on two natures. I've already cast Dioscorus and Severus into the eternal pit.
There's Dioscorus.
Oh, well, I'm not a non-Chalcedonian, so I don't know why you're mentioning me in that.
All right.
No, he was mentioning him.
Wow. I don't know how. I mean, this is the best way. I don't know how fucking retarded you are. It must be the theosis that you claim you have that inspired this. In reality, it's demoniac behavior.
I think demoniac behavior is you constantly swearing and blaspheming.
Nobody blasphemed. I insulted you and your heretical Palamite demons.
It's by the way, what you say doesn't faze me because I know you'll have to answer to God for all your blasphemies one day. So I'm comforted in that.
Your belief. I will stand on the day of judgment and pray St. Thomas and condemn and laugh hysterically at the eternal reprobate Palamas and fires of Gehenna.
All right, I feel like
you can say that. You can
those
say that
comments
now,
aren't
but
gonna lead anywhere.
you can say that now, but you'll
you
be
guys are
exposed to a
done.
rude awakening.
No,
All right, it looks like you guys are done because it's not really getting anywhere.
All I've been trying to do was discuss theology, and he just spent half the time being like, "Oh, demon this, demon that. You're a reprobate. You're diabolical, demoniac." Like that's not how you have a discussion, dude.
But a lie. That's what he's been doing.
That's how I have discussion with blasphemers.
I don't know why y'all being biased or something. Like that's all Agatho's been doing.
But
because Agatho has served us all on a hot plate.
Notice how you had to substantiate your statement with, "Well, not as of right now." So what?
In the past,
filthy,
I admit
pagan polytheist Palamite who admits that you've insulted, blasphemed, slandered St. Thomas Aquinas. You've done it.
In the past, I've insulted Thomas Aquinas. One second, but even in all of those discussions where I've insulted Thomas Aquinas, I've still presented.
Let me mute both of them. These guys talking about nothing, bro. Like honestly, there's no point of y'all even talking at all.
Did anybody record that, bro? We got to do a nice video.
Mood is just like, let me get that content.
No cap though.
I swear, you guys never record. You guys are this. I'm gonna demo everybody today. No cap.
Yeah, but I mean, it stops being productive when you guys are not getting to each other's points and someone's interrupting the other one.
They're not even answering each other's questions.
Hold on, Chris. They
I ain't
both
gonna
insult Aquinas. What are you talking about?
calling him a demon over and over. Like that's not doing nothing.
You can't argue. You can't argue that Agatha was the one. If this was if I put this in the ad hominem scale, Agatha is the one that's saying 3 times the ad homs than Monkey.
Well, that's because he has the good ad homs.
And Chris, Agatha has called Aquinas a heretic in terms of baptism of desire. What are you talking about? Oh, you're picking and choosing?
Yeah, that's material heresy. So
material heresy?
Saints have been in material heresy.
That'd be Chris.
So basically, there's room to cope when it's Agatha insulting Thomas Aquinas.
How is that insulting Aquinas? I mean, no, that's not a fact.
Oh, okay. So you agree calling somebody a blasphemer and a heretic is not insulting, right?
He didn't call him that though.
Okay, then what do you call him?
He said he was in material heresy.
No, what did Mumpy call him?
Just a martyr.
Oh, I don't know what he called him, but apparently he insulted Aquinas and
that's what he meant by insulting. That's what he meant.
No, I never insulted him. That's a
Call
total
demon. Oh no,
that's what he meant. So obviously, in that context, with